Hello there and welcome to the Kerbal Space Program 0.90 episode 4. So in this episode we're going to ooh, hang on a minute, let's get rid of them. Bump. We're going to the Mun. And the question you have to tell us, why would we go to the Mun? Well, we're going to the Mun because it's there. Yes. So let's just launch our first communication satellite. And throttle to half, and let's go. A bit more throttle. We're going up. Just nose up a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit. And let's keep it below 100. Come on, up, 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 up. Well, you've all seen the launch before, but let's have a look at this one. Nice straight. We got 3 SRBs and a liquid tank. Let's just shut down the liquid tank for now. We're going straight up using the SRBs only. When they run out, they're actually at 50%, 40% throttle reduction, so they don't burn out and make us go too fast, which was a problem we were having earlier in the tests. When we get to speed, we will full throttle the liquid engine and begin our gravity turn probably just before then, actually, I believe. We are actually starting to climb a little bit fast on our... We're going to be below 200, but we're not going to stay below, and I can't throttle the solids down, so that's not going to be a thing for us to do. We are going up at a fairly decent speed. Beginning gravity turn in 3, 2, 1. Beginning gravity turn. We have 3 wings just to make sure we can control this thing, and preparing to throttle up in just a moment as we are running down to our last little bits of our solid fuel there. I'm purposely keeping the nose close to the centre of thrust due to, there we go, wanting those to go away rather than don't go too far. Over we go, let's pitch her over, come on. There we go. There we go. Too far. A bit more back. There you go. You behave yourself. You stay there. So we're going to take her up to straight. I think we go for a 90 or to 100 kilometer altitude, perhaps. That will give us nice stability for our orbit, and then we'll do an orbital change to bring our periaps up to around the same. Then we'll do a Mun burn when we're in position for that. Let's just edge her over slightly more. We've got loads of fuel in this stage for this job. Okay, going over. Good. And there goes the fairings, and we can now see our satellite. We're climbing nicely. Let's just deploy one of these. Let's pick a target. Is anybody up there? Target out of range. Okay. You'll be in range first. Activate that. There we go. We now have a long-range communication. And shut it down. There we go. We've got 100 kilometers on our orbit as well. So let's just check our... Ooh, a bit too far out. There we go. Let's plan. Now we have to check communication sites and see which ones we're going to be talking to. So we've got a communication link with... Who was it with? Number 3. Number 3, where are you? 1, 3. 3's up there. 3 is at 3 million kilometers and dropping. So that should be perfect for us. There is a slight bug with one of my plans was to use the this aerial here for communications to those satellites, but then I realised they're actually further out than they are. So yeah, that caught me by surprise. So let's just plan our next manoeuvre. Make sure we've got enough time to do so, because we need to make sure we're going to circularise this orbit. There we go. So let's point ourselves to the manoeuvre node. We need a 32-second burn in 1 minute 20. Let's just point ourselves in the right direction. Get ourselves orientated. There we go. Orientated. Perfect. Now if we just time warp round to about 15 seconds. There we go. Throttle her up. And we'll burn until our periapse comes up above probably about 30 kilometers, and then we'll drop it just so it can fall back down by itself. Then we'll continue on with our stage 2 engine. Well, technically it's a stage 3 engine. And minus 100, minus 70, and drop that engine off and begin burning, bring it up to the rest of the way. And there we go, that's 100 each side. And we now have a cute little spacecraft, which is not unlike a Soyuz capsule. And there goes our other stage, which is going to fall back. Let's just double check on it. There it is, look, it's rotating nicely. And it's going to fall back down to the planet. Kerbin. So, while we're waiting, let's find out where the Mun is hiding. Mun. Oh, let's get rid of this. Thank you. The Mun's over there. So, we're past the point of best burn, which will be burning about here. So, we'll have to go around in at least one orbit. Let's just make sure we're positioned with the Sun. Over there it is. Aimed at most of our solar panels just to keep power on it. There we go. Make sure our communications will be maintained. Where's number 3? 4 there. 3, there we go. So we are pushing the distance actually on that one. Probably a good idea if we choose a closer satellite. Anybody closer? 4, 3, 3. No, so no one's closer. Okay. So we're going to stay with you for now, number 3. And let's warp around. Thinking about it, we need to plan a maneuver node. I want to be burning about here, I'd say. So if we put a plan to burn out, zoom it out a bit, there we go. We were planning, oh, we're not quite that much. I want to get to about 1 million kilometers up. Ah, look at that, that's perfect. Right, so that's about 1 million kilometers. Oh, 1 million kilometers, 1 million meters up. So we could do that for a burn. We can do a correction burn at a time. We'll probably do an inclination change at the same time. Let's do that. Would that have a... No, it had no effect at all, but it took fuel. No. Okay. We won't do the inclination burn at the same time. We'll probably do the inclination change closer to the Mun. Maybe just after we leave, actually. The 3 influence. There we go. What's that take us to? 1.4. Bring it around here. Okay, 900. Let's bring it back a bit. What's that? 1.2. 1.1. I'm happy with 1.1. 1.1. Okay, so if we, thank you, turn off the SAS to save power, and we need to go for a 22-minute orbital rotation, just to make sure where everything's going to be fine. Just okay, that's actually a good point. We're going to lose communication very, oh bloody hell, very, very soon. Anybody on this side we can grab? Comsat 2, please. Okay, Comsat 2, you activate Comsat 2. Because we're about to lose connection. There we go. Connection with Comsat 1, Comsat 3. So we're making sure we maintain communications at all times. See, that's why we have the 3 satellites that dink back down to the command center. Otherwise we would have actually lost communications there. Okay, we need a 39-second burn in 8 minutes, 7 minutes, and we've lost contact because we don't have a satellite in range. Oh my god, no! Oh no, we do. It's a power. Damn it! We're actually in the shade of the planet. I didn't plan for that. Oh. Can I shut down one of you? Out of power. No, so I can't shut anything down. And you're out of power, and I should have shut that one down earlier. Okay, I completely forgot that the burn was going to be on the dark side of the planet. Actually, no, the burn may not be on the dark side of the planet. We may actually get very lucky here and gain power back just as we get into the maneuver node. Where's the Sun? Oh, the Sun's over there. And the Sun is... Come on, Kerbin, pop your head out. There's the Sun, just in time for our orbital burn. Look at that. 41 seconds to burn, 39-second burn. Wow. Couldn't have asked for a closer burn time. Wow, we really should pay more attention to power. Okay, okay. Burn time. Burning in 5 seconds. Maintaining lock on. And engaging engine burn. Engine burning. Look at the majesticness of that. Ooh, that's quite nice. It's okay. Let's have a look at the map. See how we're burning? We're burning quite happily up there. Burning, burning, burning. Fuel is burning. And let's have a look. Prepare to throttle down in 1 moment. Let's change stability. We don't want it flipping around on us as soon as we hit that point. And whoop, we burnt too far. 300. 200. No, running the wrong way. We'll do correction burning in just a moment. But there we go. So let's just make sure we're facing the sun for power. We are. And we're on an escape trajectory. Good. Now if we make a tiny, put that for? No, there. We make a tiny correction here. That puts the 800,000 and 900,000. We can probably do a better correction closer. But I want to actually ever so slightly incline this orbit around the Mun. Okay, that's probably... We'll do that... Actually, no, we'll do that closer to the Mun. We'll do the correction closer. We could probably a better effect we did it here, but we'll do it closer. And partly... wrong button. Partly because closer is better at this case. Right, now, communication satellites. Here's what we'll do. We'll set one of you, to talk to Kerbal itself. So that way there's one of them pointing directly at the planet at all times. That's great for us because it means there's always one pointing at Kerbal, so we should be able to see the satellites at all times. As long as at the moment, as long as there's a satellite behind Kerbal, we're fine. So while that's on its fly out, what we're going to do is go to the Space Center, and we're going to connect to one of these satellites and tell it to two of these satellites actually, and tell them to point at with one of their spare antennas, point at the Mun. So I think 1 and 3 is probably the best choices because they're available. They should have spare antennas for us to point at the Mun. Here we go. Power situation is good, although they do appear to be pointing in the exact opposite direction to the Mun, to the sun. Let's bring it up so solar panels are pointing in the right way, or not entirely. There you go. Pointing in the right direction now, aren't we? Right, you. I want you to be pointing towards the Mun. If you could activate your transmitter, please. There we go. We now have one pointing at the Mun permanently. Let's close that. And then while you're doing that, I want to speak to number 3, please. Number 2 and number 3. Number 3. Let's switch to number 3. That's 1 and 3 point to the Mun, and we'll later on put 2 and 4 towards Bimus, most likely. What are you pointing at? Mission control, yep. 2 and 4. Okay, that's our power situation. And we point you at the Mun. There we go, and keep an eye on the power, make sure it doesn't drain. Power is good. Great. So, if we then go back to our Space Center, we can talk to our native friend in orbit, who is currently heading out to the Mun. Where are you hiding? There you are. Mun Orb 1. See, great naming convention. You can't guess what its design was for. Yes, you're right, actually, good guess. It orbits the Mun. And there it is. Majestically floating through space. Here's a question for you. Is floating through space the correct term? But you didn't think of that one, did you? Is it correct to say floating in space? Or is it better to say something new? Is there a different word for it? Okay. Something we all have to think about at some point. But if we just take us out to the Mun, please, while we wait. Whoop, there though, Mun. And we are having connection problems at the moment for some bizarre reason. Not sure why. We're in range. Probably waiting for some satellites to come online. There we go. Some satellites going online. Right, let's make any course corrections we have to make now. Oops, wrong one. I need to be here. We need to bring that up to around 1 million if we can. So we'll just swing that one out. And we'll also incline it at the same time. There we go. 500,000. Slow her down. Swing her out. 600,000. Slow her down. Swing her out. Whoop, 900,000. Slow her down. There we go. And that's going to take 300 meters per second. Now, I don't think we need to do all that here. We can do most of it there. But we're actually, our current orbit is 1 million. So we're actually not far off our periapse. Anyway, we're changing our orbit way too much there. So no. I think we'll just go straight for a orbit capture. And then inclination change at the other point. Or do inclination now. There we go. Is that high enough? No, I need more inclination. There we go, that's nice. I'm happy with that. I would prefer it to be a bit higher though. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, that's what I would be happier with. There we go. I mean, it's a massive change in direction. But we'll get that done. And we're not far off. Ooh. 249. 270. Okay. We can do that. We can be happy with that. Let's just maybe slow it down to 200. Oop, to. Oop, no, I want more inclination. I want more inclination. So the idea is, there we go. That's a perfect inclination. Actually, I'm happy with that. 230. We can get down to 225 by speeding her up a little bit. There we go. And we maintain the inclination I want. Good. Right. So if we do that burn now, Vancouver, and do that burn now. There we go. Behave yourself. Point towards the sun if you could. Which is a maneuver note just to say point at the sun. That way we always had the right direction for solar panels. And now our power is charging up again. Great. We have communications. We have you are pointing at Kerbin and you are pointing at Comsat 2. So we should be able to just get the cone of influence. Yeah, there should be that one there and that one there should be pointing at Kerbin. But it appears to be off-angled. Not quite sure why it's off-angle. I mean, that's not done with them because there's a middle one here. There's no downwards trajectory on it. There's 4 lines. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what happens when that probe goes missing behind the planet. We have got one pointing at LKO2 and the other one pointing at Kerbin itself. It is currently idle, but that's only because the other one's in use, I believe. Our power situation is nominal. I'm going to turn off one of the batteries just so we have a spare battery at all times. That can be turned back on in an emergency because we've had the situation like that before. And our next belief is we're going to come here. Thank you. Here. Yep, there we are. And we're going to slow this orbit down to a 1 million kilometer orbit. So 1 million meters. 1 million meters. 1 million meters. There we go. 1 million meters. Give or take 88,000. Whoop, too far. And fiddly, fiddly. There we go. Right, so we'll warp around to that point there. And then we can begin that burn. Let's just keep a nice cinematic view of where we're going. Where's the Mun? Where are you hiding, Mun? Hello? Mun? I think I've lost it. And the Mun. Oh, there it is. Nice silhouette behind the sun. I couldn't see it. Right, let's zoom her in. We have 53 minutes remaining before we enter that orbit point. 30. There's the Mun passing below us. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and point to maneuver node. 30 seconds to burn. Power is draining from our systems. And burn. And whoop, there we go. Can we please point that way? That away. That away. That's the one towards the sun. Just keep our batteries charged. Okay, that was a little bit harsh. So can we just do a quick mini prograde burn, please? Just bring that back up to... There we go. And then point back towards the sun. That'd be great. Now, here I want to do another one. Yep. And I'll bring it up to... What can we bring it up to? 300... 700, yeah, 7, we'll go to 8. I want them to be slightly offset again. Actually, no, I'm going to do, yeah, 8, there we go. 800,000 and 1 million, that should be perfect. Is this going to be in the dark? It's not going to be in the dark, great. So we don't have to worry too much about losing power this time round. So let's just swing her around. 2 hours to go. There's the moon swinging behind us. Swing around. So one of the better reasons to be here as well is to make sure that we're always pointing in the right direction. So we always maintain at least some kind of communications with the planet, if possible. We will lose connection with the planet occasionally, but also to make sure that we always maintain a line to the sun. So we now have a direct link to the Kerbal Space Center. That'll be through our link directly to Kerbal itself. And can we just point towards the sun? Would be brilliant. Is it retrograde from where we are? Yes, we're going to be doing a retrograde position. So just time warp it around again. Keeping an eye on the power. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right, so point me to the maneuver node. Woo! Being impressive there, are we? Where's the planet gone? Where's the moon? I've lost you, moon. I want it for my pictures. Woo! Okay, I officially have lost the moon, people. People! If you know where the moon is, let me know. It's up there. Nope. There's the Kerbal, and there's the moon. So it should be. Oh, it's there! Hiding from me like that. Maybe panic for a minute. And down. There we go. Wink. And now, if you could please point towards the sun. Can always have power. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. There you go. And the reason for that is there are 4 solar panels on the top, and I'm going to activate the communications antenna. And you are idle, and you are active. You are idle, and you are. How can you both be idle? Are you active? Operational. Charging up. No, that's the take button. The antenna. Operational. Idle. Idle. There's nowhere that's got communication link to that satellite there. I mean, if it has, great. I mean, I doubt it. I don't think it's got that kind of range on it. It starts at 2 million meters. We're way up here at 11 million meters, and that antenna only has a 1 million meter range. I'm not going to complain about it, but great. Right, that's communication satellite number 1. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a little bit of science. We actually have a mystery goo container. The goo seems to be less dense here. We have a materials bay. The high radiation environment causes a few of the samples to glow. It looks like it'd be more fun to paint the rocket with this. And finally, we actually should have used this earlier. We have another mystery goo container. The goo feels right at home here. Now, because this probe is never going back, what we're actually going to do is say, where's the, there we are. We're going to say, broadcast all the science, transmit the data. These probes cancers will become useless. That one won't, because there's no point doing that one. And that one there, broadcast that. Yep. Now they are going to be useless because they're not coming back, and even that one there will transmit. It's only 3% of the science, but it's still a little bit of science. So those guys are now transmitting their science. All the canisters are now completely useless, as you can see. We can't use them, but also the same sort of thing. We can't get anything from them, so no point doing it. I did say we keep that one there for this very reason. Dump. Making sure there's power going for the last little bits of science. Let it recharge, because it's pointing directly at the sun. So we've got all our solar. We've got 2 solar panels on the side here, but there's more. The 4 on top, so that's better for us. Let that solar panel, that battery, fully charge up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we'll exclude that one. Bink. So that one is now no longer going to receive drain. So we got that. Great. So now we have communication satellite number 1 around the Mun. We need to launch another one of these into. Let me just, there we go. There's the Mun there. We need to launch another one of these at the opposite inclination. There we go. And then we'll have a nice communication coverage, and we can launch a manned mission to the Mun. So there we go. It's time to launch the second probe. Let's just go to the Space Center and launch the second one. Now you probably won't want to see most of this, so I'll probably just skip forward and we'll get to the next positioning. Isn't it? Ugh. Hey, get yourself back in the line. Just because I'm looking out the window doesn't mean you have to. Nope, that's why. Didn't have stability assist on. It's amazing how useful a stability assist is. Can we just correct this slight inclination we've got now? Thank you. No, get your ass back on there. I'm going to burn this side if I have to. Yeah, this is a bit of a balls up launch, I tell you. Up, 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 up. There we go. Pretty sure I didn't say go that way. Very first thing to do, make sure we're pointing to the sun so we don't end up running out of power. Although, power is not an issue when we have no communications. Why do we have no communications? Did we go out of range of anybody? Yes. Because I think we were talking to you, weren't we, number 1? We're out of range of number 1. We can't see the Kerbal Space Center. We are doomed. Luckily, we managed to do our burn. Now, just make sure I actually set the other one to there. So, you point to Mun Orb 1. You point to Kerbin, who is operational. And I'm going to rename you Mun Orb 2. See, names are getting better. And we'll also take this opportunity to lock down that battery there. And I'm going to take the mystery goo here. And we'll keep it. We're not going to transmit it until we need it. We're going to also take... Yeah, I'll probably do it here. We're really high up. We'll take the science bay reading here. So we've got the high radiation environment caused a few of the samples to glow. It would be fun to paint the rocket. Yeah, so we've got the same as before messages-wise. Now, just very quickly, before it gets there, I'm going to switch to this one. I'm going to point one of its aerials at the other probe so they can see each other. Now, you've got a probe pointing at that one. And you've got a probe pointing at Kerbin. So I'm going to take that one and point it. Really? We don't have any communications with Kerbin. Oh. Okay. Could you get a communication link? We're actually in a blackout. Wow. Okay. Well, in that case, switch to that one very quickly. And we'll do the... if we haven't passed it already. We have. Okay, that was my mistake. We shouldn't have done that. Very quickly. Retrograde burn. Burn. Okay. Now we've got 1 million and 2 million. We don't want either of those, so very quickly here. Wow, I am the worst at this. And I would be happy with that. Not happy with that, but I'll do that. We have more than enough fuel for that burn. There we go. That was a atrociously bad burn, but we did it nonetheless. Okay, now we are talking to ComSat 1 right now, and you are told to talk to Mun, and you are told to talk to Kerbin, so you can see the other satellite. We just point ourselves towards the sun if we could, and there we go. Make sure we've got power. Just do Mun Orb 1 and tell Mun Orb 1 that one of its communication arrays should be talking to the other one, Mun Orb 2. So you're the operational one. Out of power? Well, the sun's over there. Why aren't you facing the sun? You're operational. You're operational. You're out of power. Boink. Swing towards the sun. There you go. It's not that hard, and that's the reason why we have these batteries turned off. So we can turn them back on like that. Right, now, you are going to point towards Mun Orb 2 at all times. The batteries are charging? Yes, the batteries are charging. So now what we've got, if it was here, right behind the Mun, and couldn't see any satellites, it would be able to hopefully see that one and broadcast a signal to there, and it would relay it. That is the hope anyway. So all communication satellites are operational. We are all now receiving power at our most optimal levels due to the solar panel array on the nose. Yep, and you're charging quite happily. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Okay, so let's just take that. There we go. Is it F2? Yeah, look at that for a nice picture, eh? Ooh. Screenshot worthy. Okay, for now we can say next step is to put people in orbit of the Mun, do science, possibly even land on the Mun itself, and then once we've landed on the Mun, return them. And our biggest problem is life support as well. So we have to have life support, we have to have power, we have to have fuel to get back to land safely. So we're going to be doing quite a few things in the next mission. It's going to be one doozy of a mission, I think, that one. And we'll definitely try and do it. So the next mission, land a Kerbal on the Mun and return him safe. So as usual, comments in the comments, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing.